I think there was another study done where it was proved that employees were using personal AI productivity tools versus more so than company branded ones, purely because they were just so much more comfortable using it in their own time. And I think that just opens up a whole number of doors of issues that we need to solve, especially around governance. The governance is scaling faster than the technology and the adoption.
Yeah, and I would say the speed at which we spend money on AI, can really be crazy. I was reading that I think it's Uber that has already spent all their AI budget right now for 26. So the point here is, and unlike what we see out there, that employees at Meta or Google, they have to spend millions and billions of dollars in token, otherwise they don't do their job. The regular company, when they are spending that amount of money on token, they want to see some sort of a return. As you said, if it doesn't show in the P&L, that's some sort of a problem, right? So if we look at that, and if we look at basically this expectation or this pressure that comes from the top, right? I think we are now past this, again, as any new wave of technology, this excitement phase of this shiny new object. And now, something is changing. We start having the money people, right? The CFOs, but not just, right? Everyone who is really looking at the P&L, starting to top down, expecting some sort of a return, right? So do you see that? Do you see something evolving? Something has changed? Are we out of this, excitement bubble now?
I think it depends on which area, which industry you look at. Some are slower to adopt than others, but going back to the point around pressure from the top, I think it's purely just because a lot of the companies who've spent money on AI so far, I think the patience at the board level or the C-suite level is just running out. We're moving away from purely R&D budgets and innovation budgets and pilots to, capital allocation. So if you're a CFO or CEO and you've spent 4 million last year, 2025 on AI, you want to know, you want the receipts. You want to know, okay, what was spent and what is the impact on, could be any kind of value driver, it could be revenue. What's the impact on revenue? How has this sales AI impacted our revenue? Or has it created more work for our salespeople because now they have to spend half of their week managing and correcting the prompts for this new agent, right?
Yeah.
It's an interesting one. We're definitely past the pilot stage for a lot of the early movers, but I'm still speaking to companies that are in the middle stages of adopting workflow automation like RPA or NAN and those kind of tools as well. So it really depends on the industry. But yeah, I mean, you find finance are still way ahead of everyone else, banking and so on. They're always the first to adopt. They're like tech houses now. But there's still a lot of opportunity in manufacturing and logistics and waste management, for example, local government, right? But again, there's also areas where regulation means that you can't adopt as fast. But still, it's definitely now around where's the proof? Where's the proof of impact?
Yeah, and for sure, some activities, some processes, some jobs, some industries are more AI friendly than others. Like we used to say, more automation friendly than others, and that's a fact. That's why not everyone is moving at the same speed. And then as you said, there's compliance, regulation, all of that. But for sure, once you are what I call this, first phase of excitement, which is typically all cool to burn money during a pilot or a POC because you are playing with it. At some point, you move into the show me the return, start scaling, what is the value? And I think all of that here is basically highlighting that there's some sort of an expectation of return, but also accountability, right? You cannot just burn money for fun forever. At some point, that stuff has to be industrialized, operationalized. It has to get real, right?